What's up everybody? John from Old Reading Farm here. Thanks for joining us. In today's video, I'm going to take you through a journey, baby. We're going on a journey from logs to lumber. And I'm going to show you basically exactly how I can take a tree, namely this tulip tree right here, and turn it into lumber for our new donkey barn. So if you watched our last video, thank you. And I'm in the process of building our donkey barn, and I need to make rafters for it. And now it's a 12 by 16 barn. It's actually more like 11.5 by 15.5, but it takes too long to say. So the rafters are going to be somewhere north of 14 feet long. And I currently don't have any logs that are that long and that straight. So let me show you what I got here. So this here is a tulip tree. And you can see that that thing is nice and straight. So I am hopeful that I can pretty easily cut this thing down. So it should fall that way. And obviously there's a lot of trees in the way, but I think I should be able to get it to fall right down here and not get stuck in anything too big. We'll have to see how that goes. Actually taking another look at it, maybe I'll spend a minute to see if there's any others that might be easier to take down. The reason why I want to use tulip is, again, because they have these super long stretches of really straight wood, like really straight trunks with no knots, you know, so they don't have branches until you get way up to the top. And they're also incredibly straight. So, because I guess with tulip trees, they're very shade intolerant, so they need to get to the sun. So they grow super fast, super tall, and super straight, and only put out branches when they can get to the sun, which is way up there. So anyway, I'm actually going to take a minute now and see if there's any other better trees right around here that I can harvest. And if not, then I'll take that one down. All right, so had a little issue with the cut. So we are backing away for now, and we'll probably need to wedge it a little bit. So I'll check back in a second. All right, so I got it down. I just had to wedge it. It's been a while since I've cut down a tree, so a little out of practice. But so you can see the benefit of this thing is how straight it is. Now, this is not the widest diameter log, but, you know, I'll have probably two sections. And I lost my tape measure. I'll have two sections that I can cut, at least that'll probably be 15 foot plus. So I think while I was jogging off, my tape measure fell off my pants, so I'll have to go find that, and then we'll buck this up and we'll throw it on the mill. It's funny, these logs are actually pretty heavy. I hope I'm going to be able to pick them up with my grapple. We will have to see. All right, so we have two 15, maybe 16 foot lengths here. And, you know, you can see it's not that big, but look at that, log grapple. I love that thing. Probably gonna do a video about that soon. But so I got that one, which is on the tractor now, and that's the other one. Just took me a minute to bring it up there. So now I'm gonna load this thing on the mill, and we're gonna get to work. So I have a few different things that I need to do. I need to do a cross beam, which is gonna support the little hayloft that I'm gonna have. And then I also need top plates for the back wall and also for the front wall. And so I should be able to get those here too. I'm not sure if I'll be able to get all the rafters that I need and all of that stuff, but we'll have to see. So, we now have our cant, nice long one. Everybody likes a nice long one. And so, here's what I need. What do I need? Math time. Hold on. So I'm gonna need about 10 rafters. And they're gonna be 2x6s. And I was gonna, well, I guess it'll depend on the size cant that we have here. But so I also need, you know, beams, a beam going across, which will be exactly 6 inches. So that's why I was gonna make my rafters, you know, 5.5, like the ones at Home Depot are. But I think I might as well try to keep it 6. But let's see how, what size our cant is. All right, so this cant is 11 inches wide, 9¼ inches tall. So if I want to get down, I gotta try to figure out how I'm gonna do this. Hold on, let me try to figure this out and I'll come back. Okay, so after doing some more careful measurements, I'll be able to get 2x6s out of this and 2x4s out of this. So that'll actually be great. Oh, and you know what? I could actually cut one of my beams out of that too, which will be perfect. But maybe I'll just do 2x4s out of this for now, because I have the other log that I'm gonna have to mill. But that way I'll have my top and bottom plates for my back wall and my top plate for my front wall. Yeah, all right. Plus having more 2x4s is always helpful. So, all right, so now I'm gonna mill this down into some stuff. So what I'm gonna do first is I'm gonna cut that horizontal line right there to split this into my 2x4 and my 2x6 stock. Then I'll rotate it, and then I'll just cut 2x's out of that down until I'm done at the bottom. Trying to be efficient, because I got stuff to do. All right, so let's keep going. All right, so on the mill right there, I have 3 2x6s and 3 2x4s. Oh, son. And then right here, I also have 3 2x6s and 3 2x4s. So you'll see I had to flip it halfway through because with tulip, there's a lot of stress in that straight log, and so every once in a while it bows a little bit, so I had to flip it to just, you know, cut a new straight edge off. If it didn't bow, I probably would have been able to get one more 2x4 and 2x6 out of it, but that's fine, all good, because I still have an entire other log over there, which is going to be perfect because, like I said, I need 10 rafters. I got 6 here, so I'll get 4 out of that one, and then I'll be able to get my cross beam, and then probably just do the rest in 2x4s, because I need 2x4s, and having longer 2x4s is not a bad thing. And we'll see how it goes. But I'm not going to bore you with that, so I'll check in with you guys in a minute when we are back up at the barn. We're now in the donkey pasture. Check out my wood. Here's where we're at with the barn so far. It's coming out very nice. Gonna have some tall ceilings in this. So it's like almost 11 feet up there, and then it'll be 8 feet in the back. And gonna have a little hay loft in the front. It's not gonna be big, but you know, there's only 2 donkeys here, so they don't need a ton of hay. But so this is where the beam is gonna go. Right here, it's gonna sit here and go all the way across there. And now that I have super long beams, I can actually have a smaller post right here in the center, which will be good. And then so about here, so we'll have like sort of an 8x8 pen or stall that we can put them in, which will be good. I may even make it smaller, who knows? I'm not exactly sure what I'm gonna do at this point. But anyway, so next up I'm gonna be building the back wall, because as you can see, there's nothing there. So I'm hoping, you know, if I have a great day, a great afternoon here, I will be able to frame out the back wall and start getting rafters up there. So hopefully that happens. I also forgot that I have this beam that I need to get in there too. I also gotta put top plates on. I got a lot to do, man. Busy, busy. Got the back wall up, which is good, obviously. Now I'm gonna put the beam up. Originally I was gonna try to cut it to size and then put it up, but I think it's gonna be easier to actually put it up there, nail it in, and then cut off the excess. So see if we can get that done. It's gonna be pretty heavy. Well, but we certainly got it up there, so that should hopefully make it easier when I'm putting the rafters up too. It'll hopefully give me some place to stand that's taller. Anyway, let's see if I can keep going here. So where we're at so far, got most of my tulip lumber in there, except for my rafters. But I got the back wall all set and braced, and I got the front all set. It looks a little wonky because the tulip, again, tends to bow a little bit. But again, you know, this is a donkey barn. This is not going to be anything special. But I do feel good that I got, you know, my doorway is all set and it's nice and big. I got my big beam in there. And so, I don't know, I mean, yeah, I mean, I might as well put a post here, but I was gonna put like one of these, which is a 4x6 post there, but I think I'll just put a 4x4 sort of right in the middle, and that'll act as like the corner post for our stall. I think, cause I don't know, it might be too big. I'm still gonna, you know, the stall I think is gonna be one of the last things that I do to just make sure, you know, obviously that's not like the most important thing. But so I am basically out of 2x4s, which is crazy because I've milled so many of them. But, you know, in the past, I had built these structures with more like sort of post and beam, where I would have, instead of 2x4s, I would have 4x4s. But I wanted to do these 2x4s for whatever reason, but still have a lot of bracing to add, and probably throw a couple more 2x4s in there. Obviously the spacing is bigger than the building code, but this is again just a donkey barn. But this is pretty good. You know, it is very solid. And yeah, so that's how we took some logs to lumber. And you know, even the pieces that we get that have like the bark on it and the sapwood, you know, this is a little cross bracing for this wall here. And I'm not sure that this will stay here forever, but once we get the siding on there, it gets much more structurally sound. Like I remember the first time I ever built a barn and we had the framing inspection, because in our last town they made us do a building permit, and he was the one who basically told me, I was like, I'm terrified because I have the roof on there, I have everything, and it's still shaky as hell. And he was like, well, once you put the siding on, it'll be much more sound. And that's exactly what happened. But yeah, we'll see. So I'm pretty excited with how this is going so far. And I was hoping to get it done before the farrier comes, but she's actually coming tomorrow. So no way in hell that's going to happen. But I think it'll be done this week. That's what I'm working for anyway. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. See you next time.